Hello and welcome to Smart Business Manager Overview. So in this video, we're just going to tell you about the solutions to how you're going to help manage your business effectively. And in managing your business, we're going to introduce you to the tool, the software going to help you to manage your business very well and effectively. So a lot of persons believe that managing business is very difficult and all that, but with the solution I'm going to show you this day, you're going to see that managing your business can be simple. It can be very easy, and of course it can even be fun while you're managing your business. And to manage this business using this model, to manage your business using this model, you don't need an internet connection, you don't need to be an expert in computer, you don't need to be an accountant. All you just need to do is for you to just follow the simple instructions we're going to show you, understand it, get and acquire the software, and go ahead to apply what you have learned in your business, and it's going to help you. Trust me, it's going to really help you to be able to manage your business effectively. Now, what do you want in your business? I'm sure everybody wants a business that is very stable. You want a business that is very stable, that is automated, that everything goes very well, which is very organized, with structures, with systems. A business that is devoid of pilferages, people stealing from you, business that is devoid of wastages, different forms of wastages in your business, a business that is positioned for expansion and growth. Of course, a business that can even run very well even in your absence. So when you are not there, your business should be able to run effectively even without you there. And a business that is not dependent on specific staff, including you or your spouse or your children, that could run very well, and a business that will be highly profitable, and at the end of the day that is positioned for growth, because you need to make profit so that you'll be able to grow and expand and have more shelves, more products, have more branches, have a lot of meet all the potentials of that business. Every business has the potential that it can get to, so you need to get to that potential, be able to even surpass those potentials. So I'm not going to waste your time. We're just going to go straight to what I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you how you can use Smart Business Manager, a very good software, to be able to manage all of this, to be able to manage. And a key to what you're going to manage is what we call your inventory, which is your stock, whatever you sell. Maybe you're selling provisions, you're selling drugs, you are into pharmacy business, you sell tires, you sell cement, you sell tiles, you sell whatever, so long as they are goods. And you also offer services, right? You offer services, even different forms of services that you might be able to offer, but most especially your goods, the physical goods that are so valuable to you. Then that's one. The second part is going to help you to manage your expenses, your finances, your sales, or everything that has to do with your finances. Everything that has to do with your finances and your accountants, your books and everything. So we want to replace your traditional book method to automation, and it's very simple and very easy. All you just need to do is to understand what is involved and go ahead and apply it. So what is this software going to do for you? The first thing it's going to do for you is to help you automate your systems, help you to automate your business in such a way that you will be able to make your sales easily, make your purchases easily, record your expenses easily. And that's what we call automation, right? You'll be able to automate instead of you writing receipts manually for your customers. This one will help you to write your receipts and all that, be able to print out those receipts, cleanly. You'll be able to set your prices, set different prices you want. If you do wholesale, you'll be able to set all your prices. You have the opportunity to have 3 different prices. You'll be able to set up all that to be able to help you to make such sales. An example of making sales is just once you click this button, you see I just make a sale. Very simple. So instead of me writing this item and writing the name of all of that, it's going to help you to do that. That's one. But beyond making this automation, making these sales, printing receipts and all of that, which a lot of softwares do, right? The key thing here is that this software is going to help you to manage your inventory very well and your finances very well. So that is the key point, and it's going to do it in a very simple and very easy way, and also a very fun, a very exciting way, in such a way that you're going to manage your inventory and finances at the same time. An example is this. Now I want to make these sales. I click this, my paracetamol, I put in 2. Now notice that the available quantity I have is 331, so I'm selling 2 off, right? So in this your inventory now, you are expected that you have 331 on your shelf. Now you're selling 2. So if I sell off this, what does it mean? It means 331 minus 2, my quantity has reduced to 323, right? That is inventory management, right? So of course there are other beautiful exciting things that's going to help you to do in your inventory, which is when you come to this inventory, you're going to see how to take your stock, which is very key. Of course, in a very easy and exciting way, I'll be able to discover that the best way to take your stock is to categorize your products and separate them, right? So that you can easily take your stock easily. And what I mean by this is that a lot of persons do their stock taking just to know their stock value, right? But with this system, you already know your stock value just by default. You can see my stock value is right here on my dashboard. But what does it now do? What do you now need to, why do you now need to take stock? You need to take your stock just to be sure that the quantities in your system balance up with what is in your shelf, right? So if you just take your stock taking, it's just going to be very easy. All you need to do is just to select a category you want, right? And the product under it comes out. You come here, you see the actual quantity, you see the available quantity in your system. You can just print what we call the entry form. This form you're going to use to go and count it physically, then come back here and input all of that. And once you are done, you override. So the actual quantity replaces the available quantity, and you get what? A variation. Imagine I go to the shelf and this is 329 and I counted just 300. So there's a difference of, sorry, I counted 300, there's a difference of 29, and you can see the value of what I've lost here, 1450, meaning that the value of this variation times the cost price is giving you this, right? So once I click and overwrite this, what is it going to give me? It's going to give me a report, right? This is my stock taking report. You can see 300 instead of 329, I have 300, and this is the difference, and this is the amount, right? So if I close this and check my stock again, you can see my stock now is 300. So I balance the stock and I'm able to get out what the issue are. So that is an actual thing of inventory. There's a whole lot on inventory management, but if you watch through the videos that we'll have, subsequent videos that we'll have on the training, you'll be able to understand where you'll be able to manage this inventory management very well. Now I said something that while you are managing your inventory, you are managing your finances, which is a very key thing here. Now what do I mean by that? So as I'm selling this to this person, I need to note which account I'm selling to, right? Who's the customer that is buying it? I could select this customer. I could create a new customer here, right? Let's say I want to create a new customer, Ray. This is my new customer, Ray. I could be able to factor out if, as at that moment, the customer is owing me any money and how much credit I want to give that customer. So this is very important for customers that you could offer credit facilities to, right? So it helps you to track that. That is the first part of the accounting management, or the financial management is going to help you to track. So I could sell to this customer and track the credit I'm offering these customers. Now the second part is that I could select a payment method where this money goes into. Exactly. So as I'm making this payment, this person is paying me through my cash, my bank, or whatever is going to be selected here, right? Let's say I select this bank and this person pays, right? Today he pays this 100 naira. He pays. I save this. I could decide to print out the invoice in this large format, or I could leave it out. Now another day, this same customer comes and begs me that, please, I do not have money. So what does the first thing I did, what does it imply? Imply that I actually can that money has actually gone into my first bank, and you are going to see it later on how it reflects, right? Now that is pure financial management. You are managing it, but very simply. Now imagine this same Ray comes again to buy. This time he has just 300 out of 500, so that means there's a balance of 200, right? If I save this transaction, it means if I open up this Ray, it shows that Ray is owing me 200. That's one aspect of the financial management. On the other round, when you are buying, so is your money now. Before we go there, let me simply explain what are these accounts and financial management. What you just need to do. All you just need to do is to ensure that you come to this account. This is simply where you create different customers, suppliers, and your payment account. You come to this payment account. Now this is my first bank. I have 4,100 inside, which will reflect on direct money you have physically in that your first bank, right? Now I could create a cash account and call it cash, right? And the type will be cash. So all I just need to do, once I save this cash, I have 0, right? I could create other accounts which should be my POS. Maybe I could call it whatever name I want to call it. Maybe PayU POS, right? And call it a POS account. Now if I save these accounts now, what it means, you can see I have 3 accounts I'm using. I'm not going to use these 2. Of course I could delete this. I could delete these accounts, right? I'm not going to use them. Now watch out what is going to happen now. The next thing I would just want to explain to you is purchase. The same thing that happens to you when you were buying, when you were selling, is the same thing that will happen when you are buying a product, right? Now imagine you are buying this product from a particular supplier called SAS. That is the supplier I'm buying, and as at the moment I'm buying this product from this supplier, I'm owing this supplier 2,000, right? So I save this and it comes here. So you can see I'm owing this supplier 2,000. Then I decide to buy my favorite paracetamol. I buy quantity 50, that is 2,500, and I decide not to pay. The same thing that happened in my sales. I save this. Now imagine I did not pay. Of course this money will go into this SAS account. 2,000 plus 2,500, that's 4,500. Now the second scenario is where I decide to pay, right, with my first bank. Remember my first bank had 4,541. right? So, and I'm buying just 10 pieces of this, that's 500, and I'm paying with 500 with my First Bank. Now once I save this transaction, this money goes into my First Bank again. So this is just a simple of managing your finances. It means that what do you actually call finances? Actually your money, right? So how your money goes into your bank and your cash and your POS, if you're able to track it inside your transaction, like when you are making, of course, what do you do in your business? You buy, you sell, right? Then you make expenses. So the same way you make expenses, let's say for instance, I want to make expenses, I want to spend 3,000 to buy fuel, right? And I put it here, fuel, and I'm paying from my First Bank too, right? So if I save these expenses, it's going to reflect that this my First Bank I've actually made. Okay, let's look at how much is left in my First Bank. You can see 600. Remember, I paid for drugs, I did expenses, right? And when you check your reports on this bank, right, if I select this bank, this specific bank, I'm going to see all the transaction I did there, right? So you can see I paid 4,000. Okay, I got 4,000 from a sales. I made sales of 100 and I got 100 naira. I purchased from this SAS 500. You can see how it goes, so you can track how this money is going in and out of this your business, right? So what is this software is just doing for you is that at a glance, while you are making your transactions, where you're managing your inventory and all that, your expenses and everything, the system helps you to track in all the money. So what do you need to do? Just ensure that as money comes into your account, your POS, your cash, your check, whatever, you are inputting it into the system at that same time. So leave the rest for the system. Is going to help you to do all of that, and that is essentially what it does. Now, so is managing this your account, this your payment account, and also managing your customer and your suppliers account, right? Do you understand? If you really understand what we did, then if I open this customer account, no, let me see this suppliers account. I will created this SAS. So if you open this SAS now, you can see what all the things SAS has done. SAS bought the other day, he did not pay. The balance we started with SAS was 2,000. He bought 2,500, he did not pay. 4,500. He bought 500 and he paid. So the balance remains 4,500. So you can see how it is. So on one hand, all your creditors, your debtors is being managed at the same time, while all your bank, your cash, your POS and everything is being balanced. Do not worry if you really do not understand this very well, but understand that this software can do this for you. You'll be given special training through videos that will explain every step of what you need to do. And once you learn them, it takes you probably a week or two to be able to understand it fully. And immediately you apply it to your business, we discover that you are able to track every bit of money that goes in and out of your business. You're able to track how every stock that comes into your product, your business, and you sell out. Because that is the hallmark of financial management and inventory management. And what is it going to do for you? At the end of the day, all you need to do is be able to look at reports, be able to understand different reports. Don't worry about your staff. Your staff is well managed, is well taken care of here, where you create your staff's accounts and you give them the permissions on what aspects you want them to be able to handle in your business, right? You're going to give them such authority to be able to manage each aspect of this your business, while you as the owner of the business will have full access to everything. You'll be able to see this dashboard. This is just for the owner of the business. Maybe to see everything. Now imagine that same SaaS now, the size is owing me that's 4,500, right? and the SARS is, I just select this SAS, is owing me 45. He decides to pay today, decides to clear his account, so you can see, and he pays the same money now by cash. So the money goes into my cash. Now I could write a description of how he paid and all that, or I could just leave it. Now what do you see? You see a payment voucher receipt. You can print and give to the customer, the supplier, right? Or you could just leave that. Then once I save this, if I open my cash account, you can see that my cash account, okay, has made the payment, but of course I didn't have money in my cash account, so it's on minus, right? Now that's fine. So you can see that my SARS account, if I open it now, it's on 0, right? The balance is 0. So of course this is just how it's just going to work. Everything that you need about your business, how money goes in and out, so you're able to track all of that. And remember, I said you don't need internet service to do all of that. Even if you have 2 or 3 systems you are using, all will be connected, and one will be the server when everything is working very well. And at the end of the day, these are the inputs that you just need to do. These are the inputs you need to do before everything works well. The system is going to generate all these reports for you. All these reports. If you go through our training, you'll be able to understand how to read this report and understand them very well. For instance, I could just look at all my creditors, all the persons that I'm owing, right? And be able to see all of them. Okay, for now, SARS is no longer owing me, so it's not going to appear here. So it's just my default supplier that was owing me 11.5, right? And I could check all my debtors, all the persons that are owing me. So you can see Ray is owing me, it's 200. My salary was owing me 500. So you can see all of that. So be able to know how to read and understand your work as the owner of the business, is be able to read and understand all these reports. And it's a special training for all of that, be able to read and understand them. At the height of all these reports is what we call our income statement. The 3 most important reports in accounting. Very simple. I'm quickly going to explain what it means. Those 3, and after that we are done with this video. Now, income statement, our smart income sheet, balance sheet, and cash flow analysis. What does it mean? Okay, this smart income sheet was actually designed by us, but income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow analysis, it's what you hear about every big businesses. Those are the reports they look at and all that, but I'm going to break it down for you now, right now. What does income statement mean? Income statement simply means what? All your income and expenditures. That is on the basic term, right? Now, what in this report now, you don't need to do anything to generate this income statement. All you need to do is just to do your normal sales and your purchases and your expenses. Ensure that you enter your expenses through your system. Ensure that you enter your sales through your system. Ensure that you enter your purchases through your system. If you make any payment, ensure you do that. Now, what will income statement give you? It will just give you the total of your sales, all the sales you have been making through the day. Although it separated it from the services, so but the total sales you get is 37. That's what I've sold from this particular date. So you can set any date you want, right? Now, all the expenses I've made, I did not make expenses, right? All the expenditures I've made, all the expenses I've made different expenses. You have the office supplies, it categorizes them on different types of expenses that you have made. Of course, you are going to select them when you are making such expenses. Total expenditure I've made is 14,100. Now, all the purchases I've made is 9,000. So it's going to add my purchase and my expenses together to give me 23,100. Remember, my income was just 37. So as of today, I was running a loss of 19,400. So sad, but that is the reality. So ensure that all your figures are entered very well. It means I've not been making sales, I've just been purchasing, right? I've just been buying and I've been making expenses, which is not good for business. So you could see that it will reflect. So if I make a good sales now, this figure will change. and that is all you need to know about income statement. There's still a video where I explain it very well in details, but this is just it. It's just your income and expenditure, and the difference between the income and expenditure, that gives you income statement. Simple. It's as easy as that. The next one I'll just quickly touch is your balance sheet. Balance sheet. What does balance sheet shows? This balance sheet shows here, of course, you can put in your assets, your liability, the figures there, right? But I just simplified it very easy for anybody that has never done accounting to understand. This balance sheet is one of the most important things you should be checking, right? Okay, from first to second, that's just these 2 days. What does balance sheet shows? It shows how much you are worth. So you know how much you are worth is actually a value of what you have. So what do you have? You have your goods, right? You have all your goods that you have, and which is what the system has calculated it at 17.7. All the persons that you are owing is showing at 11.5. All the loans you collected and all your assets, if you had imputed it earlier on, maybe you have a value for them and put it to show here. But imagine you are the one, you have just 700 naira. People are owing you, your debtors, they are owing you just 700. Your cash balance, what you have in all your bank, in all your cash and all of that, you can see the total. Everything is here. All your assets is 14.5. All your liabilities, everything that you are owing is 11.5. The difference is what? 3,000. So as at today, you are worth 3,000 if this is your business. So it's going to factor all the money you have, both in your cash and in your banks. It's going to factor all the persons that are owing you, all the persons you are owing. It's going to factor the value of your stock as at that moment, and it's going to do a plus and minus for you, and you get what we call the owner's equity, which is how much you are worth as at the moment. So that's a very simple report, and a lot of persons, don't let them deceive you. The balance sheet is a lot, there's nothing there. And guess what? You do not have to do anything to generate this report. The report is generated automatically for you. All you just need to do is ensure that your stock is balanced, ensure that all your creditors are entered into your system, ensure that all your debtors are entered into your system, ensure that all your cash and your banks are correct, so that once you click your balance sheet report, it's going to give you a simple report. Cash flow analysis is very simple. It just tells you all the money that goes in and out of your business. This is the money that comes in and goes out, right? You see the balance of the money you have, right? That's just a very straightforward one. And the final one I would just want to talk about is the smart income sheet. This is another type of income statement that was designed by us, but you just need to study it and understand it. It just factors in that month, that period. Let's say, for instance, how much stock you had when you started in the month, all the purchases you made, right? All the stock you sent to your branches and the ones you received. Then they're going to show you how much stock you are balanced as at today, right? You have. Then it's going to remove. It's going to now calculate the total stock that's actually sold. That is the essence of this smart income sheet. You want to know how much stock you actually sold, then the one you lost, maybe through debt or when you're counting your stock, or when they adjusted and actually said net stock sold. That's the stock that actually was sold. And inside this stock that I lost, that means the stock that went out of my shelf was 9,000, and I made a sales of 3,700. So you can see that there's a minus. This is a minus 5,300, right? And I made expenditures throughout that period of 14,100. So you see, I had more of losses. So this is what you need to do. So if you put in all the figures very well, the system is just simply going to generate all these reports for you. So like I said, when you have done all of this, what is this software going to help you to do? It's going to help you to be able to look at all these reports, be able to get a good insight into your business, be able to understand it. With that, you should be able to now understand who is owing you, who you are owing, and everything. So you'll be able to now analyze this report and be able to make informed decisions about your business in terms of how you minimize your cost, how you can even help you with your sales reports, with your out of stock report, and ever to be able to forecast on how to purchase. There are several of those reports in your inventory reports that you are going to see what you need, your bin card, your expiry, a lot of them that you are going to see things that you need to do and how you are going to do it. You're going to now know where you need to cost your cost in your business, be able to know where people are stealing from you, which is critical. If you understand all of these, you'll be able to understand that okay, somebody is actually stealing from me because your business, your numbers are not tallying. Then be able to forestall all those wastages, you forestall all those pilferages and all those losses. Then you'll be able to position your business towards growth. Of course, with this, you can be able to expand. You can be able to open up several other branches in your locality, outside your locality, internationally. Be able to, so long as you set up all these systems and everything is working very well, and you'll be able to be seeing all of these reports. So all of these reports, why I said you don't actually need internet to make all of these reports can be sent to you, right? I can export all these reports in PDF and send to your WhatsApp, or it could just be snapped to you and sent to your WhatsApp. So you can say your salesperson, okay, please open up this report when you are not there, but when you are there, you just come and check it, right? So that is just all you need to do, and all this will just put you in towards growth so that you can expand, open up your several branches, and you manage all of them very easily. So what do you need to do? All you need to do is just simple, very simple. Get a system, a laptop preferably, or a desktop computer, whichever one you can lay your hands on, right? There's a software we call Zamp. Download it, right? To download this is just very easy. Just come to Google here. It's a free software, type Zamp and you get it, right? You get it very easy. Download it very easily. After install, this is where your everything is going to be stored, right? Then the next thing for you to do is to get this software at a very discounted rate currently. So if you can get hold of this software, install it into the system. This is how it's going to look after you have installed it. You're going to see something like this. Then what next are you going to do? Learn how to use it. So we have various instructional videos on every aspect. You can see every part of this thing now. We have videos for all of that. All you just need to do, watch any of those videos, you'll be able to get how to use every part of it. It will not take you more than 1 week to be able to go through all of these videos and be able to understand them fully, so that you'll be able to start using it and apply it to your business. Knowledge is key here, so you need to understand it very well, and be able to tell your staffs the one you want them to know, right? You teach them the one you want them to know, like your sales and your purchase or whatever you want them to have access to. You give them the access using this your access permission part. Be able to give them such. That's essentially what you need to do. Then once you have learned everything, so with what you have learned, you'll be able to know how to input in all your stocks, all your products and your services that you're using. You'll be able to learn how to create these accounts properly, and your brand, in case you have branches, that is even an extension from this branch. You'll be able to manage or create all your branches, and you could be sending them products in a file format. So but there's a video for all of that. You're going to learn and understand all of that, and that's all you just need to. Then you can, even if you're using a previous software before, all you need to do is just to bring in your products, right? You can just come to this place and import all the products. You can import your products from an Excel sheet, right? You can import all the products in Excel sheet. There's a video on how to make sure you import it correctly, right? Import all your products into the system. Once it comes into the system, it start working, right? You put in your prices and all that. There's a video to explain all of that to you. Then, like I said earlier, it's very simple, it's very easy, and it's fun to use when you start using it. When you start, the beauty part of it, when you look at your phone and you can see that your account balance is reading 3.5 million, and you come here and you are seeing that same account balance is here. It's beautiful. You will love it. It's very enjoyable. So as money is going in and out, you are tracking all of that. So if your business is that large and you feel you might not be able to do that, that's where you need to have an accountant or somebody that you could just train that will be the one doing all of those input for you. So you can hide the reports and only you'll be seeing all of those reports, so that you'll be able to track everything that the person is doing. So you'll be able to see all of that. So the software is very easy. So you can see all the dashboard. Everything you see here is already here, but these are the most frequently used tools that you need. So that's why I put it here on the left hand side as a shortcut. So but each and every one, this is billing. This has to do with all your sales, your returns, your reprints, your voids, how you make your payment, how you transfer payment, and all that. Like I said, I didn't mention earlier that you can actually move money from your bank to your cash. Let's say I have this money from First Bank, I can withdraw it. I have 600, I can withdraw into my cash, all of the 600, right, and put it into my cash, right? My cash is already minus, so I could just reduce the amount here and all of that. So all of this to make sure that your account is balanced at every point in time, right? So all your branches, they'll be making payments to you. Of course, your branches, you'll be receiving money from them, they'll be sending you money and all of that. So these are all you need to do. Understand these reports. This is a tool where you do your daily backup or your weekly backup to ensure that you don't lose any tool. That is why I said you don't need internet again, because you are backing up your system, and the system will remind you every time to be able to do your backup, right? You don't need to worry about that. So this is settings where you set your company data and your printer and accessibility and all of that. So on this dashboard, you'll be able to see everything, how your sales is going and your purchase and your expenses. See your out of stock and expired stock. You see the persons that are owing you and people you are owing. You can see that as creditors. Now this shows you your pie chart of your total sales in a week, total purchase, your total expenses in a week. If you select this, it's going to show you for the month, right? It's going to show you for the month and all of that. So I hope you'll be able to get access to this beautiful software called Smart Business Manager. It's going to help you to manage your business in a very smart way. And I hope this video helps you. Thank you for watching, and God bless.